Right now, nearly every digital transaction you make, from routine banking transfers to hospital record updates, is secured by encryption protocols like RSA and ECC. Governments rely on these same systems to protect classified diplomatic cables. We trust these protocols because they rely on a safe assumption. Traditional computers would need millions of years to calculate the prime factors required to compromise the encryption. But across global networks, cybersecurity teams are watching an anomaly. State actors and cybercriminals are actively intercepting and hoarding colossal stockpiles of this encrypted, unreadable data. They aren't trying to read it today. They're executing a tactic known as harvest now, decrypt later. Experts estimate that within 10 to 20 years, a new class of technology will come online with enough processing power to reconstruct the sensitive plain text information within those stockpiles. Because adversaries are banking this information today, the quantum threat has manifest as an active, slow-motion data breach. The risk to long-term confidentiality is already here. To understand why this change is occurring, look at traditional computing. Classical machines operate using bits, which process information sequentially as either a 1 or a 0. Quantum computers use qubits. Through superposition, a qubit represents a 1 and 0 simultaneously. With entanglement, changing one instantly influences another. Combined, a quantum system bypasses sequential checking, evaluating thousands of outcomes at the exact same time. Quantum mechanics fundamentally changes the definition of what is computationally possible, rendering traditional mathematical barriers completely useless against this new processing power. The actual tool that weaponizes this hardware is Shor's algorithm. Shor's algorithm takes the factoring of massive integers, the process that takes classical computers millions of years, and turns it into a trivial calculation. As a direct result, these simultaneous processing pathways cause the complete dismantling of public key encryption methods like RSA and ECC. Symmetric encryption, like AES, provides more resilience, but Grover's algorithm accelerates brute force attacks so effectively that it cuts the security strength of those keys in half. Once these algorithms run on a sufficiently powerful quantum machine, the mathematical foundation of global digital trust collapses. Experts call this approaching deadline Q-Day, the point when a cryptographically relevant quantum computer comes online and operationalizes these algorithms. For unprepared systems, Q-Day triggers a cascading failure. Military defense strategies are exposed, corporate intellectual property is lost, and critical national infrastructure goes dark. To prevent this, cybersecurity experts are developing post-quantum cryptography, or PQC. PQC abandons simple prime factorization in favor of multidimensional mathematical problems, like lattice-based cryptography, that even quantum computers struggle to navigate. Transitioning to these new PQC structures is the only way to prevent total data exposure. Re-architecting an entire security system takes years. Organizations must begin their transitions immediately, even as standard-setting bodies like NIST are still finalizing the exact PQC protocols. The first step is a complete cryptographic inventory, locating exactly where vulnerable RSA and ECC algorithms are operating inside your network. Next, assess risk by prioritizing data with a long shelf life. Information like healthcare records and defense intelligence are the primary targets of Harvest Now tactics. Step 3 is deploying hybrid cryptography. By layering classical encryption alongside new post-quantum methods, you maintain stability today while building future resilience. Finally, build a quantum readiness roadmap that aligns IT budgets, software upgrades, and vendor requirements with upcoming NIST compliance frameworks. The 10 to 20-year window for viable quantum hardware creates an immediate deadline. Protecting information that must remain secret for decades requires starting the structural transition today.